Hello Kasturians. In this video we are going to discuss chapter 4, that is thinkers, beliefs and buildings. And in this topic we will discuss stupas and the different symbols of worship as well as the structure of stupas. So let's start our video. See, the Buddhist ideas, they are a result of the dialogue of Lord Buddha with other traditions like Brahmins, Jainas and several others. All these ideas, they were not preserved in texts, but they have been constructed at different places in the form of structures, and one such structure is stupa. So these sites where small shrines are attached to them, and these sites are considered as sacred places. These sacred places or sites are having special trees or unique rocks, and they are constructed in inspiring natural beauty, and these sites are known as chaityas. There are several chaityas which are mentioned in the Buddhist literature, and these chaityas, they also describe the places associated with the life of Lord Buddha. What are they? Let us see. The stupa is actually, it refers to a heap or a mound, and the sacred places include Lumbini, where Gautam Buddha was born, Bodh Gaya, where Buddha attained enlightenment, Sarnath, where Buddha gave his first sermon after attaining enlightenment, and Kushinagar, where Buddha attained Nibbana. These places are regarded as sacred, and the Ashoka, that is the Emperor Ashoka, also known as Piyadasi, he erected a pillar at Lumbini to mark the fact that he has visited the place. Now, why the stupas were built? Not only the places associated with Buddha's life are considered sacred, but some places where bodily remains of Buddha are buried, or the places where the objects used by Buddha are buried, these places were also considered sacred, and it is on these places that stupas were made. The stupa actually means a mound or a heap. So this practice, actually stupa making, was pre-Buddhist, that is before the arrival of Lord Buddha, stupas were made. But after Buddha, these stupas, the construction, their erection was totally associated with life of Buddha and Buddhism, since they contained relics regarded as sacred. The entire stupa came to be a venerated emblem of both Buddha and Buddhism. According to Ashoka Vandana, that is a Buddhist text, Ashoka distributed portions of Buddha's relics to every important town, and he ordered construction of stupas over them. A number of stupas, like one at Behrut, Sanchi and Sarnath, they came up. How the stupas they were built? The railings and the pillars of stupas, they give us a considerable account of the donations made for building and decorating the stupas. Some of the donations, they were made by the kings such as Satavahanas, and a large donation was made by guilds, that of ivory workers, and also hundreds of donations, they were made by women and men who got their names mentioned. Also, there are bhikkhus and bhikkhunis who were living in sanghas. They also contributed towards building of these monuments or the stupas. Now we will see the structure of stupa. Stupa in Sanskrit means a heap, and it is basically a simple semicircular mound of earth which is known as Anda. Later on, it came to be known as Anda, and it was a complex structure. Balancing round and square shapes are there. Above the Anda was the Harmika, that is a balcony like structure that represented the abode of the gods, that is the place where the gods they used to come and rest. From Harmika, a mast called Yashti was there, and above the Yashti, a chhatri or umbrella was surmounting the Yashti. And around the mound, there was a railing that was separating the sacred place from the world. When we see the stupas at Sanchi and Bharut, they are plain and they were having stone railings that resembled a bamboo or wooden fence, and the gateways were richly carved and installed at four cardinal points, that is representing four directions. So in short we can say that the stupa was having four gateways, and later on the mound of the stupas they were elaborately carved with nikes and sculptures like at Amravati and Shahji Ki Deri, which is in Peshawar, Pakistan now. The worshippers they used to enter in the stupa through the eastern gateway, and they have to walk around the mound in a clockwise direction, keeping the mound on the right. Why? Because the sun's course, that is the sun's rays which are falling through the sky, this was imitated when the worshipper was walking in a clockwise direction. Now we will see the fate of Amravati and Sanchi stupas. Actually, in 1796, a local Raja who wanted to build a temple, he stumbled all the ruins of the stupa and Amravati and decided to use the stone, and he thought of having a treasure buried in the hill. But some years later, it was Colin Mackenzie who visited the site and found several pieces of sculpture. But the real statue came into light in 1854 when the Commissioner of Guntur, Walter Elliot, visited Amravati, and he collected several sculpture panels to Madras, took them to Madras, and discovered the remains of Western Gateway, and concluded that it was the largest and most magnificent Buddhist stupa which was ever built in Amaravati. Some of the slabs from Amaravati were taken to different places by 1850s, and an archaeologist named H. Cole, he wrote about this, that taking and allowing the country to be looted of original works of ancient art is something that seems to be suicidal and indefensible. In fact, he was of the opinion that the original works of the site should remain at the original site where they have been found. In fact, plaster cast facsimiles of the sculptor should be given to the museums. But Cole, he was not able to succeed in convincing the authorities about Amravati and Sanchi. When we see Sanchi, Sanchi survived. Why? Because Amravati was discovered before scholars they understood the value of the finds, and realized how critical it was to preserve them in their original shape and in their original. But when Sanchi was discovered in 1818, the 3 gateways out of the 4 were still standing in good condition, and fourth one was lying on the spot. It had fallen, and the mound was also in good condition. Also, it was suggested that the gateway can be taken to Paris or London, but along with all these discussion, a number of factors helped the stupa at Sanchi to be in the original shape and in the original construction material as it was, and that's why it stands, whereas the Mahachaitya at Amravati, it is just an insignificant little mound, and the former glory of the mound has gone. Now we will see the sculptures. See, the sculptures, they were removed from stupas and they were carried to different places in Europe, because those who saw these sculptures, they considered them to be the beautiful, and because of their beauty and value, they wanted to keep with themselves. That's why. Now we will see the stories in stone. When we see the stories in stone, see this picture. In this picture, at first it seems that a rural scene is depicted, but it is not so. The art historians, after careful study, identify it as a tale, as a scene from Vasantra Jatka. It is actually a story about a generous prince who donated his everything, who gave away everything to a Brahmin and went to live in the forest with his wife and his children. The symbols, they are often used to be associated with the person, like in case of Lord Buddha. According to hagiographies, Buddha attained enlightenment when he was meditating under a tree. The early sculptors, they didn't show this, and they didn't show Buddha in human form. Instead, they used symbols to show the presence of Buddha, like the empty seat. That is actually an indicator of the meditation of Buddha. The stupa, that meant to represent the Mahaparinibbana. Also, we can see the wheel. The wheel stood for the first sermon of the Buddha, which was delivered at Sarnath. The sculptures, they cannot be understood literally, like the trees. The trees, they symbolize an event in life of Buddha. So in order to understand the symbols, or for the symbolic understanding, the historians should be familiar with the traditions of the persons who actually produced these artworks. That's all we have in this video. Thank you and have a nice day.